Well, hello there. I'm DJ Fan from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is Axes, Picks, Clawhammers, and Footstools. That's right. You heard me right the first time. Axes, Picks, Clawhammers, and Footstools. It's sort of a radio thing. No, it's not just sort of a radio thing. It is a radio thing. It is radio. Think of radio shows and radio stations as a lump of coal. And think about Axes, Picks, Clawhammers, and Footstools. This is that lump of coal. Crushed and crushed and crushed inexorably over the decades until it becomes a diamond of rock and roll. That's what Axes Picks rock and roll. Axes Picks Clawhammers and Footstools is. So what are we considering in this little segment of the now in which we share? Well, I'm thinking personally an old band. An old band, a venerable space rock band, a venerable psychedelic space rock band, England's HAWKWIND. Dave Brock, Ian KILMISTER, who later became LEMMY of Motorhead, got his start in HAWKWIND and was actually kicked out of the band in 1975 because their drugs didn't mesh. Old Ian Lemmy was a speed and alcohol guy, and Dave Brock and the rest of the HAWKWIND crew were more a psychedelics type folk. And everybody knows that a pumpkinhead and a speed freak just do not mix. So it had to blow. But, HAWKWIND carried on, and they do carry on. They're still carrying on. I believe they began their epic rock and roll journey in 1966. They're a year older than I am, man, and I am old. So we got three short tracks from HAWKWIND. First, we're going to get a modern take, or a relatively modern take, a 2010 track off the Alien 4 album, Reject Your Human Touch. Then we're going to go back to 1972 from the Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do album, Down Through the Night. And then back to 1971 for our final cut of this little trilogy, this little triumvirate of terror. And that would be Children of the Sun from In Search of Space, 1971. But first, HAWKWIND, circa 2010, Reject Your Human Touch. Reject Your Human Touch off Alien 4 from 2010. Now, screaming on back to 1972, Down Through the Night from the Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do album, HAWKWIND. HAWKWIND, Psychedelia, circa 1972. Hey, we're dropping back 1 year from there. In Search of Space, we have the album In Search of Space, and then the song, Children of the Sun. Wrapping up this little triplet, triumvirate trilogy of HAWKWIND horror. Children of the Sun, HAWKWIND. Now, was that actual flute or keyboards? At the beginning, it sounded like a flute during the solo part of it, but then towards the end, it sounded like it faded into keyboards. Hawkwind up to their old cosmic tricks again. You know, hippie beatitude married uneasily with cosmic dysfunction. What do you get? You get Hawkwind, and they roll on year after year. You know, there are, I think, one or two original members still, believe it or not. You know, Rocket into Decrepitude. Rocket into Decrepitude with DJ Than from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is Axes, Picks, Claw Hammers, and Footstools. Thank you for tuning in, turning on, and do drop back by. The subscription is free. The light show is as well. Not only free, but cheap. Extremely, exceedingly cheap. You get what you pay for at Axes, Picks, Claw Hammers, and Footstools.